we'll be sketching regular polygons, so we'll pick New, Standard IPT, then we're going to start a new 2D sketch, select a plane, and now we're going to pick Polygon, regular Polygon. Come all the way down here to Polygon. You type in the number of sides. So the first one we type in is 6, that's there by default. So I'll just click, drag, and place my polygon, and done. So let's do another regular polygon. This time let's make it a pentagon, so we'll type in 5. I'll come over here and see how automatically making those two line up, and see it's going to try to constrain those accordingly. So there I have my regular polygon. So polygon again. I'm going to do a triangle, so I type in 3. There's my triangle. And if I click done, and then I want to do, let's see, looks like we got an 8-sided figure. So we'll hit polygon, I'm going to hit 8. Come down here. See, I can make those line up. These little lines are making sure we're putting in constraints that I may have to either add, remove, or make changes to later on. So be careful with that. So I want to hit done. Now it's complete. Now I want to dimension them, so that's going to be the dimension constraint. I want to know how far is it from here to here. And I'm going to type in 1.15 inches. And see, that changes things. So now I'm going to hit the front command and move way out. So I already know I'm going to have problems with size. So if you run into that situation, hit your escape key. See how that's already tied to that? See, that's become a constraint. So that becomes probably this one. See, they're constrained. All those previous constraints are causing problems for us. So let's go ahead and undo, and let's talk about how you want to do that so you don't run into that problem. So I'm just going to hit highlight, delete, and we'll go back to regular polygon. Again, we're going back into a 6-sided figure. And the first one's not any problem, but to avoid that problem, what you should probably do is dimension it from the beginning. So you just press D, click, click. Now I type in 1.15. Now I have some sense of scale when I'm drawing all the others. So I'll zoom out by using my roller, and then hold down F2 if I want to pan over and get things set up just the way I want to. Now I'm not going to have as much trouble lining things up as I go to the next polygon and I type in 5 for my pentagon, and see how they got that little dotted line. That's going to constrain that. Now if I'm okay with that constraint, I can go ahead. But be careful with those dotted lines. You may not want those on yours. So I'll just hit D again, and we're dimensioning from here to there. And I'm going to type in 2.75. Whoops. 2.75. And that looks quite different than what you see on the example in the PDF. That's okay because it's more about doing the size constraints. It looks like, if I had to guess, someone just went ahead and did not dimension those in the PDF, but they went ahead and just did some text on there. So that's kind of deceptive, and I would never allow that with my students. So let's go ahead and do another polygon. And this one I'm going to make a 3-sided one, which we know is a triangle. There's my triangle. And I want to dimension. I want to do this. Look how it wants to come off to the side. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to say align. Now it's going to give me the right dimension that I was wanting. And this one is wanting it in centimeters. So I'm going to do 1.58 cm, and that's centimeters. And you see, it's converted that to inches for the purpose of showing it, but it throws off, so that it's going to throw off your students. So watch for that. So this is the difference between using text and actually using dimensioning. Is a big difference. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do an octagon, which all of our students now enjoy because of MMA. So welcome to the octagon, and I'm dimensioning this one from 1 point across to the other. So that's where my dimension is going to go. So dimension from here to there, and that's going to be okay. So oops, I clicked off of it. So I have it in there, click, and this one's 2.07 centimeters. So you can see this looks quite different than the PDF, and that's because that PDF was created by someone who just enjoyed using, see all these constraints in there? So the person who created those created it without truly dimensioning it. So these are dimensions, but because the units are in inches, these numbers go back to the inches, but they're actually in centimeter value. So go ahead and go to save, and it says I can do it in save mode, so it's not a problem. You just click OK, and then we'll type in regular Polygon underscore your initials, and then click